Hi there, Jamie Goode here, winearac.com, and tonight I'm going to talk about Chardonnay. Chardonnay is one of those grape varieties that I think it's maybe suffered a little bit. I mean, it used to be the case that Chardonnay was the most famous of all white grape varieties, and it was synonymous with dry white wine. When people went to a bar, they used to order a glass of Chardonnay. Then Sauvignon Blanc came along and took a lot of Chardonnay's thunder, and I think that Chardonnay deserves another look, because I think that it's a grape variety that's capable of making really interesting dry white wines with the potential to age, with lots of complexity. Often it's handled wrongly, it's given too much oak, it's too ripe, but when it's handled well, as I think these three wines show, it can produce some of the most compelling white wines around. And I'm going to start off with a South African wine. This is Migliarina Chardonnay 2010. This comes from Stellenbosch, but it's a small production wine made by a dude called Migliarina. He only makes 3,500 bottles of this, and it's 12.5% alcohol, so it's quite a restrained style. On the nose I'm getting a sort of lemon grapefruit. It's very fresh, maybe with a bit of toastiness, but very expressive, fresh, precise style. The palate's beautifully balanced. It's not a big wine, it's got plenty of flavour, but it's quite restrained, and there's a really nice grapefruit citrus character with a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of toastiness from the oak. That's Rosie in the background there, sparking, we'll ignore her. Really lovely precision. It's a delicious wine. It's got some seriousness to it as well. Great to drink now, but I think this will age well for a few years as well. That's really good. Next up, we're going to Bortoli, the Yarra Valley in Australia, and this is a 2007 Chardonnay. Now, Steve Webber at Bortoli has been one of the leaders of the movement of taking Australian wines away from bigness and size and power towards elegance and restraint. And the Yarra Valley is a place that can produce Chardonnays with excellent restraint. I mean, this is just 12% alcohol, but it's not lacking in flavour. It's got a lovely, fresh, precise, citrusy nose with a hint of matchstick reduction. Reduction is a term that's used to describe volatile sulfur compounds, and in the right context, these can be positive, not a wine fault, whereas reduction is normally thought of as a wine fault. And in this context, the sort of flinty mineral characters and the matchstick characters from this little bit of reduction really help add complexity to the wine. And this is something that Chardonnay does really well. Chardonnay can often carry a little bit of reduction, and it can add great complexity to the wine. The palate's got lovely freshness, precision. Citrus fruit, again a little bit of grapefruit freshness. Not much oak influence, there's some oak there, but it's not a lot of oak influence, it's really in the background. And I think this is a wine that will age. This is not a terribly expensive wine, but I think it's really interesting. There's lots of character. Very impressive. Finally, Cobaw Ridge Chardonnay. This is a boutique winery in the Macedon Ranges of Victoria, and this is organically produced, and also it says in the back that it's made with minimal sulfites, so very little sulfur dioxide used in the élevage of this wine, which means that it's a more naturally made wine. This is beautifully complex on the nose. It's got nuts, savoury, sort of nutty, toasty dimension, but also some lovely fruits. It's got ranging from figs to citrus. Maybe a bit of herb and tangerine in there as well. Very complex on the nose. The palate is really expressive. It's multi-dimensional. It's got the base notes of oak and fig, but it's also got the treble notes of the of the grapefruit and citrus, you know, so it's got lots of things happening there. It's a big wine with lots of flavour, but it's not clumsy or heavy. And I think these three wines show exactly what Chardonnay can do. It can produce really compelling, interesting, you know, wines with plenty of flavour, but also restraint, with the capacity to age. And this is why I think Chardonnay deserves more of the limelight. It was the most famous white grape variety, but I think it's, you know, the newfound unpopularity of Chardonnay is unjustified. Chardonnay is an interesting grape variety capable of greatness. And with that, I will say goodbye. Thank you for watching.